Hello, I'm Tony and today we are Looking for Aliens, a game free from Prime Gaming via the Legacy Games launcher until 31st of March 2023. This is aptly named. It's a simple hidden object style game which really reminded me of the old Where's Wally books, or Where's Waldo if you're from the US. Except it was animated with a couple of extra steps in finding things and lots of aliens. The developers have gone for a simple style of graphics. It's not monochromatic exactly. It'll be composed of black and various shades of one colour and extra accent colour. So for example, it might be black with various shades of green with a red highlight. None of the colours are particularly bright or vibrant. They tend to be more matte colours, which is a sensible choice in a way in a game that relies on spotting pretty small changes in details of pretty small objects. Everything has a hand-drawn feel, nothing has too many details, just what's needed to identify what it is. And the animations are very simple. Most of the time they're kind of endearing, but occasionally this lack of detail does look a bit weird. Cars aren't supposed to move like this. The music puts me in mind of sci-fi shows from the 50s, even though I've never watched any of them. I'm not that old. Not quite. The music does change between levels, though it sounds so similar sometimes that it's hard to tell if they've been repeated or not. It does fit the look and theme of the game though, which is all about aliens, obviously. I'm not entirely sure about the premise of the game. There is one, kind of. Each of the 25 levels is introduced via an alien TV show, where a presenter speaks to a guest who is about to get involved on Earth in some way, since all aliens apparently love visiting us, but do take pains to stay hidden. I think the intro is meant to be funny, but it didn't really work for me. I did start to kind of fast click through the dialogue after a few levels, not skipping entirely, more skimming. So, the gameplay. You're given a bunch of objects to find, listed in a scrollable list at the bottom of the screen. There's a UFO in the bottom right, which has a number attached to it, which shows how many objects you need to find to progress to the next level, because you don't need to find every single one of the objects in the list. This can be a real blessing because it does suck to be stuck on a level for ages, trying to find one tiny crown, to pick an example out of nowhere. In addition to this list, there's two more types of collectible to find. One of them will be multiple versions of an object, typically a person or alien, which are scattered throughout the level. You have a counter for these that ticks down as you find them, and getting all of them unlocks a skin for a level. There is also a UFO on each level that gives you something. What I do know is that it fills a card in the cards menu. I don't think it does anything beyond that, but I do know that I don't like the blank spaces if I don't find them. I may have an issue. Each of the objects in the scrollable list gives a clue to its whereabouts if you click on it. Like proper clues though, that give you a place to look, but by no means lead you by the nose. Kind of cryptic clues. This was a great system and really helpful because some of the levels are huge, and unlike the Where's Wally's book, not everything is out in plain view. A lot of things are hidden, be it behind rocks or buttons that remove a hologram to reveal an alien campsite. It's not normally more than a click on something to reveal the thing you want. There's generally not any more stages than that, though later levels have like a series of buttons that you need to uncover and click in order to open up another part of the area. Still basically just clicking to move stuff. That's really all there is to the game. It is so straightforward, which is in its favour in my opinion. I don't think this type of game benefits from adding too much extra to it. To me, the appeal of these games is that satisfaction of crossing things off the list. It's having scoured the screen, clicked on every object, and finally revealed the hiding place of a last red octopus-faced alien that gives you that completionist high. Nothing gets in the way of that here. There are a lot of interactive objects scattered throughout the level that don't actually help you find anything, but they add flavour and occasionally humour to the game. There are references to various things that I occasionally noticed, but I don't want to scrub through 5 hours of play to find them. Unusually for these type of games, there's no difficulty setting here, so there's no way of skipping a level if you're finding it too difficult or make it a bit easier. Fortunately, I found the requirements that you needed to just move on to the next level were often completed with several items still missing. And those items are obviously the more difficult to find ones, which then became optional. So it felt fairly forgiving to me. I played for 5.5 hours and I got to level 16, and I've only missed one object out of the previous 15 levels. Yes, it was a crown. I think that's a fair time frame, and it probably puts this game at between 8 and 10 hours to play. I felt it was pitched really well. Finding enough to move on to the next level was not too bad, but finding everything on the level was really challenging. Spot on, really. I had fun playing this one, and the completionist part of me does want to finish it, but I don't know if it's going to win out over all the other games that I need to finish at the moment. This is a straightforward search find game with an extra dollop of interactivity to it on the side. If you like the genre of games, this is probably the best example I've played, so you definitely want to pick this up for free. It is actually worth installing another games launcher to play it. Okay, that's enough alien finding shenanigans for me today. I'm off. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.